Okay, so here's the thing. Alaska is absolutely insane. We're talking massive glaciers, wild bears, and scenery so jaw-dropping it literally doesn't look real. But wait, before you grab your credit card and book that cruise, we need to talk about something. We found 12 things that cruise companies are totally hiding from seniors, and honestly, we couldn't believe number 7. These aren't reasons to cancel your trip. No way. Alaska is worth every single penny. But if you walk onto that ship without knowing what we're about to tell you, you're going to have a really bad time. So stick with us, because by the end of this, you're going to be the most prepared person on the entire boat. And trust me, your future self is going to thank you for it. Most people imagine Alaska as one consistent wall of cold, but the reality is far more complicated. Temperatures can swing dramatically within a single day, especially during the peak cruise season running from May through September. You might start your morning in Juneau under bright sunshine and end the afternoon wrapped in a sudden downpour. For seniors, this kind of weather unpredictability is not just an inconvenience. It can be a genuine health concern. Layering is not optional. It is essential. Pack moisture-wicking base layers, a waterproof outer shell, and thermal mid-layers, regardless of what the forecast says the night before. The cold and damp combination can aggravate arthritis, respiratory conditions, and joint pain in ways that warmer destinations simply do not. Speak with your doctor before departure and carry any relevant medications in your carry-on luggage, never in checked bags, that offer spectacular experiences without demanding physical exertion. Helicopter rides over glaciers, kayaking through fjords, zip-lining through rainforests. What that catalogue often fails to clearly communicate is the physical demand level of each activity. Many popular Alaska excursions involve uneven terrain, significant walking distances, and steep inclines that can be genuinely difficult for seniors with mobility limitations. Always read the fine print on physical requirements before booking any shore excursion. Look specifically for descriptions that mention moderate or strenuous activity levels, and do not assume that moderate matches your personal fitness level. The good news is that there are wonderful alternatives. The Inside Passage, which forms the backbone of most Alaska cruise itineraries, is generally calmer than open ocean sailing. However, certain stretches, particularly around the Gulf of Alaska and near Glacier Bay, can produce swells that surprise even experienced cruisers. For seniors who have never dealt with motion sickness before, these waters can be a rude awakening. Speak with your physician before the trip about prescription options like scopolamine patches, which are far more effective than over-the-counter remedies. Choose a cabin located in the middle of the ship and on a lower deck, as this position experiences the least movement. Ginger candies, acupressure wristbands, and staying hydrated can also make a meaningful difference during rougher passages. One of the primary reasons seniors book Alaska cruises is to witness the awe-inspiring sight of massive glaciers carving into the sea. What nobody tells you is that glacier viewing is not a guaranteed spectacle that happens on demand. Ships spend a limited amount of time near glaciers, and the actual carving events, where chunks of ice break off dramatically, are entirely unpredictable. You could stand at the railing for 2 hours and see nothing, or you could glance up from your coffee and witness a thunderous collapse. The key is to position yourself on the correct side of the ship early. Research your specific itinerary beforehand to know which side of the vessel will face the glacier during your approach, and claim your spot at least 30 minutes before arrival. Not all cruise ships are created equal when it comes to accessibility for seniors. Older vessels may have higher thresholds between cabin doors and hallways, narrower corridors, and fewer elevator banks than newer ships. If you use a walker, wheelchair, or have any mobility concerns, you must contact the cruise line directly before booking, not after, to confirm the specific accessibility features of your assigned ship. Ask about the width of cabin doorways, the availability of roll-in showers, grab bars in bathrooms, and whether accessible shore excursion options are available at each port. Do not rely solely on the cruise line's general accessibility page, as details vary significantly from ship to ship and even from cabin to cabin. Alaska is remote in ways that most vacation destinations are not. Medical facilities in ports like Skagway or Haines are extremely limited, and a serious medical emergency could require a costly evacuation to a major city. For seniors, the financial and physical risk of traveling without comprehensive travel insurance is simply too high. Look for a policy that specifically covers medical evacuation, pre-existing conditions with a waiver, and trip cancellation for health-related reasons. Read every line of the exclusions section carefully. Many standard travel insurance policies exclude pre-existing conditions unless you purchase the policy within a specific window, often 14 to 21 days after making your initial trip deposit. Missing that window can leave you with a policy that sounds comprehensive but offers very little real protection. Alaska cruises attract a wide range of passengers, and cruise lines do make efforts to accommodate dietary restrictions. However, the sheer volume of guests on board means that special dietary needs, low sodium, diabetic-friendly, gluten-free, or heart-healthy options, require advanced communication, not last-minute requests at the dinner table. Contact the cruise line's Special Services Department at least 30 days before departure to register your dietary requirements. Confirm those requirements again with your dining room head waiter on the first evening of the cruise. Bring a small supply of your own snacks and supplements as backup, particularly for sea days when you may not want to navigate the buffet crowds during peak hours. Every general travel guide will tell you to pack light. For an Alaska cruise, that advice needs serious revision. Between formal dinner nights, casual port days, cold weather outdoor excursions, and potential rain at any moment, you will genuinely need more clothing variety than a typical warm weather cruise demands. Compression packing cubes can help you organize layers efficiently without overstuffing your luggage. Waterproof boots with non-slip soles are not a luxury. They are a necessity on wet dock surfaces and uneven port terrain. A compact, high-quality rain poncho takes up almost no space and will save an entire shore day from being miserable. Do not forget a good pair of binoculars, as wildlife sightings happen quickly and from a distance. If this guide has helped you plan your Alaskan adventure, or if you have personal experience sailing these magnificent waters as a senior traveler, we would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below, whether it is a question, a tip from your own journey, a concern we may have missed, or simply your excitement about an upcoming trip. Every comment, positive or critical, helps us understand what matters most to our readers and allows us to create better, more useful content for the incredible community of travelers who refuse to let age define the boundaries of their adventures. Your insight could be exactly what another senior needs to finally book that dream cruise to Alaska.